illegal ham in the face. But bro, where's the banjo?
Some Cleveland sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face. Talking all Cleveland sports. And don't forget our Fat Boy Tuesday, where we also ham it up with some fun food topics. Without further ado, let's serve up some ham. Here are the Ham Boys, Fatty, and Big Bry.
What's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve here in the city of Cleveland. Welcome on into Legal Ham to the Face. I am that fat guy. He is Big Bry, my big fella. Merry Christmas.
Same. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everyone out there.
All right. We want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and happy holidays and safe travels from all of us here at Illegal Ham to the Face, which is just the two of us, which is really funny. James is in here. What is going on, James? Justin is in here.
Hey, James.
Giving me
Justin?
shit about telling time and, all that stuff. That's fine, Justin. I don't know my transcript.
Put it on me.
No,
Yep,
it wasn't
that's
you.
my fault.
It wasn't you. I was the one looking up trivia, so it was my fault. I admit it.
All
So
right.
You were actually
Steer clear of that one.
I was.
Oh,
actually
okay.
shocked. I was like, I saw your face come in. I'm like, shit. What do I do now? I was still looking
Nobody-
at trivia, trying to figure things out.
Nobody's going to believe you that I was early, but anyone who knows me won't believe that anyway. I'm usually late for everything, as you can attest to.
Yes. All right. So everybody, welcome on in. This is our Christmas special. We will be talking Christmas foods and cookies and everything else for Fat Boy Tuesday, like we always do at Christmas time. And Brian, I got another one for you that I had today, and it's got to do with a little Christmas treat that we always get about this time of year from a certain Italian guy that we work with.
Oh, okay. Well, if it's what I'm thinking of, it's damn good, and it goes fast.
Oh, it went fast today. It went really fast today. But also, we're going to talk another Browns loss, Bry, to the Bills. Myles Garrett's one away from the sack record. He gets his chance against Aaron Rodgers possibly on Sunday, but we will see how that goes. And then trivia, which is always brought to you by City Dollars Cleveland. And then we're going to do our fun Christmas giving at the end with our top 3 Christmas gifts we would give to the Cleveland Browns. And Brian, I can't wait. I hope I get you laughing on some of them because we're going to have some fun with it. So thank you for everybody joining us tonight. Brian, everything going good? You all ready for Christmas? Everything ready to go? Miss Maddie's going to have fun this year?
Not at all. Not ready for Christmas at all, as it tends to do some years. It kind of snuck up on me again. Which is probably saying more about me, but I don't know. It just seems like here we are. And it wasn't that long ago. It felt like it was Thanksgiving. So time's flying. Do some last minute stuff tomorrow. I just got the Christmas light. My wife's still giving me a hard time. I just got outdoor Christmas lights up on.
Oh my God. You still there? You're muted, buddy. You're muted, buddy. I can't hear you through the microphone. How about now? No.
Anything.
There it is. Now I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a phone call coming in, so I didn't know it. I silenced it. I didn't know it completely mutes me. So I'm back, though, huh?
Yeah, tell Mom to stop calling during our show. She knows what time it is.
I just saw her. It wasn't her. I just saw her. She went to the Christmas lights with us. So
she got some granddaughter time today. She got some granddaughter time today. She should be happy.
She watched her all day. So yeah, it's been a while since she's been dealing with this sickness for, several weeks now. It's been a while since Maddie and Go-Go time happened, but yeah. Hopefully a lot more over the next week.
All right. So you were saying about the house, and then you kind of cut out. You just hung up Christmas lights this past weekend?
Right, on Sunday after the Browns game. Yeah.
After the Browns
So-
game, I would have done it during the Browns game.
Well, I was going to, as the seasons kind of intersect here with fall and winter, I was going to do the leaves, finish up the leaves that I have because the snow has finally started to melt on Sunday morning, afternoon. I was going to finish up the leaves, and then the Browns game started. So I didn't get into it until I checked the score. I go, well, maybe I'll go out there and just listen to it for a little bit. I checked the score, and we were up 7-0. So I'm like, all right, I got to watch this. So I was glued to the TV for the next 2.5 hours.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
They dangled that carrot 7-0 in a matter of what, 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I bought in.
Of course you did. Then you got disappointed the rest of the way, didn't you?
Not going to be the first time or the last time I've ever been disappointed by the Browns.
All right, we'll get into Browns here in a second, buddy. You got any shout outs you want to give out for Christmas Day today? Because I mean, I'm just wishing everybody just a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas, family, and like I said at the beginning, safe travels for everybody. If you're traveling, enjoy the time with your family.
Sure.
Normally Brian and I kind of take off these, but it fell on a weird Tuesday beforehand, and I figured we could have some fun with the show. At least this week. We might be off next week. I'll talk to Bri about it, but we'll figure it out from there for New Year's. But Bri, I wanted to bring up City Dogs Cleveland. Obviously, has been a huge part of our show, and still will continue from here on out. Raising money, donating, volunteering, whatever we can do to help them out. If you're going to go to the game on Sunday against the Steelers, go to section 121 right there in the dog pound. They have a concession stand in there. They got beer. They got food. All that money goes to City Dogs Cleveland. Go visit them, please. Also, Top Dog Tailgate this weekend is taking donations for City Dogs Cleveland. Go check them out, please. Now, with that being said, Bri, it is time to play the Trivia Sounder. And, Bri, we're going to kick it a little old school tonight with the trivia. All right?
All right.
I think this is, nope. All my stuff's messed up here. There it is. Now, I might be wrong on my math, Bri, but I believe it has been since 2000 and I believe 4 since, so historic mark, since these three players have not made it into the playoffs. Now, this is combined years, okay? This isn't, I'll give you one hint.
Quarterbacks?
Yes.
3 quarterbacks. Gotcha.
3 quarterbacks. 2 of them are retired. But this is the first year that we are not going to see these 3 quarterbacks. That's crazy, this stat. But
since 2004. Huh?
I think it's 2004.
I'm trying to think. Okay.
It might be sooner, but I think it's 2004.
I would have guessed maybe longer, but I don't know.
Hold on.
For the guys that I'm gonna put down here, they've been stalwarts in the playoffs for, at least 20 years, I would say.
Hold on. Let me check my math real quick.
Okay. Trying to think 2004, what might have happened in 2004.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
It might be it might be sooner than that, but at least in my end, I think it's 2004.
Can I ask a question now, or do you want me to wait?
Go ahead and ask the question now.
So if their team makes it to the playoffs, does that count as them making it to the playoffs?
No.
Because let's say for instance,
them
okay. So like if the Browns go to the playoffs and Shedeur Sanders tears his ACL, then that counts as Shedeur Sanders not going to the playoffs.
I think it's the first. I think all of these guys started a playoff game since
I-
2004.
Okay, one of these three quarterbacks
Have
started a playoff game
since
since
2004.
04. Okay, all right. I think that probably lines up with what I was thinking. So, but
Okay.
we'll see. We'll get to it.
So Raul said Tim Couch, Spurgeon Wynn, and Charlie Fry. Throw Derek Anderson in there. Shout out to the lady with Jim Beam that I deal with for giving me a bottle of Claremont Step. Ooh, nice.
What about Jim Beam?
Justin got a new bottle of whiskey that he showed on Facebook. Go check it out. He's going to be tapping into that tomorrow.
He caught my attention with Jim Beam.
Justin, you're close with the trivia there, but you're off just a little bit. All right, let's get into the show. Did he what?
Did you get 2 out of 3?
Yes, he got 2 out of 3.
Got 2 out of 3. Okay.
So he's got 2 out of 3. Not going to give you the rest, but it's time to play some headlines. Bryce, time to talk the disappointing and depressing Cleveland Browns again. All right, Bri. We had a 20-23 loss to the Buffalo Bills. Myles Garrett got a phantom half a sack, which I thought was fucking hilarious. But they gave it to him, even though he didn't even touch the guy. They gave it to him, which is fine. You know, there's going to be people coming out of the woodwork now, especially in Pittsburgh, saying it didn't even touch Josh Allen, but he got a sack for some odd reason. I can't wait to hear that bullshit for the next, year and a half. But, Bri, the offense went right down the field at the beginning, looked coherent, looked competent, and then things got weird after that. And not a little bit weird, a lot weird. We had a running game this week, magically. Haven't had that in a while. And by the way, Bri,
I don't know. Well, I mean, if you can include Shedeur Sanders as a running game, then I guess we did.
A lot of people said that you had on your maize and blue goggles on when you were talking about Quinshon Judkins last week.
Do you know what he averaged this week? You said we had a good running game. Do you know what Quinshon Judkins averaged per carry?
This week? No, but I can look it up real quick. Do you know?
Yeah, I just looked it up. 2.8.
Okay.
Is that good? Is that average?
Well, Bri, a lot of people are giving you grief because, he is the most hit behind line running back in the NFL right now. And, they were just, don't look at me. Haters are coming out saying that your maize and blue has overlooked everything else.
So I don't even have Buckeye hate for Quinshon Judkins because honestly, hand to God, I view Quinshon Judkins as the Ole Miss rebel. Like I don't, when I think of him, I don't think of this bucket like Travion Henderson. He was there his whole career. He was playing for him for several years. Like Judkins is just a mercenary. He's a hired gun. So it's not like he bleeds scarlet and gray. He was just a guy who jumped onto a team that. So he made his name with Ole Miss, and so but my issue was, I think if he never went to Ohio State and we drafted him out of Ole Miss, he would be getting a lot more crap from Cleveland Browns fans. But because he has that magic Buckeye dust on him, people are like, "Oh, I love the pick. He's great." Like he hasn't been good this year. If you want to blame it on the line, you can blame it on the line. Which I'm not saying he's had this great line. He's just been terrible. Like you can blame it on the line. Like the fact that I saw today, he's a Pro Bowl alternate. That's wild to me. Like even me as a Browns fan, he's a Cleveland Brown now. I don't care where he went to college. I root for Denzel Ward. I think Denzel Ward is a great player. He went to Ohio State. But me judging him as a Cleveland Browns running back, he has not been good. I mean, especially because for all these years I've been talking about Nick Chubb being one of the greatest running backs of all time, really, which not many people would tell you that. But the crux of my argument was, what happens when you hand him the football? How many yards does he get? He gets you half a first down every single time he touches the football. This is Nick Chubb I'm talking about. He gets you 5 yards carry. There's very few running backs in the history of the game that get you 5 yards carry. And so he's one of them. So that's why I say he's one of the all-time greats. And so that's kind of maybe more how I judge running backs, or what do you do yards per carry? And, it's part of the reason, again, why I'm sure I'll get some Buckeye hate. Like Eddie George, I think is he a Hall of Famer? Eddie George a Hall of Famer? Do you know?
I believe so.
I think he might be one of the only Hall of Fame running backs who averages less than 4 yards a carry. Now, there's a lot that goes into it based on what offensive line you play with. But yes, so bringing it back to Quinshon Judkins, I just feel like, yes, there are reasons why he hasn't been successful, but I feel like he really hasn't been successful. And we saw it again this past week. What did Rocket Sanders average? I think he averaged almost 4 yards a carry. This is a guy we picked up off the streets, and he's doing better than your top 40 NFL draft pick. So, tell me what's the difference there?
Well, let's see here. Rocket Sanders hasn't played a full season, and let's see here. Judkins got beat up, all season while he's coming in with fresh legs and fresh everything else. Correct?
I mean, Bijan Robinson has played a full season and he's still killing it.
But I understand that. But Bijan Robinson is a rookie, is he? No. Okay.
But I mean, Ashton Genty just had his best game of his career this past weekend.
Well, I wonder why. Because who's the quarterback for them?
Geno Smith.
It wasn't Geno Smith, was it? I thought it was Kenny Pickett.
No, Pickett was last week.
Raheem Sanders had 11 carries for 42 yards, average 3.2.
3.8.
3.8. Judkins 8 for 22, 2.8. But Judkins got a lot of passing out of the backfield, though.
Yeah, and I'm all for that.
No,
I'm not. Let me, before you make your point, let me just say I'm not advocating for us to get rid of him. I'm not advocating that he's this terrible running back that he doesn't deserve another chance. I'm just saying, he seems to escape any criticism, and I think it's because he had the Buckeye Leafs on his helmet last year.
And buddy, I understand. I'm just letting you know that people thought that, you kind of came off because you're a Michigan fan. I was like, hey,
that's
guys.
Fair.
And Bry, let's be honest. Definitely a blow having him out now the rest of the season with the dislocated ankle and broken fibia. And thank God CBS didn't show that playback back. Ugh. I saw it. It was not pretty.
Yeah, I was looking at I was trying to see. I think I saw one replay, but yeah, once they started talking about how bad it was, I was like a lot of Browns fans. I was praying that it wasn't a ACL or an Achilles. I mean, you hate to say that you're relieved that he just broke his leg, dislocated ankle, but the timetable for that recovery is a lot less, maybe like half or a third of what it would be for ACL or Achilles. We're talking maybe out all of next year too. So
yeah, they're saying
there's some good news.
Yeah, 4 to 6 months for that. So, but Bri, I have the stats up here for the Browns game. We had. Let's see here. Shedeur led the team again in rushing. 4 carries, 49 yards, 12.2 average. He did throw for 157, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for a quarterback rating of 64.9. Bri, just to let you know, that is massive over the one pass that Corey Bojorquez passed, which is a 39.6 quarterback ranking or rating. So, we got that going for us. God, what a fucking play that was.
Bojorquez threw one? Did I miss that?
Oh, yeah. You forgot the halftime field goal that they tried.
Oh, yeah. His incompletion. He threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, he threw it out of bounds, but he got rated on it, and he's just 30 points behind our starting quarterback. So just want to let everybody know that.
How does that happen?
I have no clue how that happens, but he's got it on there. His
you didn't complete a pass.
Well, the good thing is Shedeur went 20 for 29, Brian. he didn't look bad. He didn't look as bad as he did during the Bears. Let's just put it that way. There were some open receivers. He did check it down a lot of screens, which I expected them to do, hopefully against this Bills. But Brian, we're still having the problem with him running backwards, and the play at the end of the game. You can't do that. You can't do that. Even though he saved a safety, I almost wish he would have just got the safety and then let the defense get a full field instead of what they had to do and punt out of the end zone. But the two interceptions, I will definitely put one on him. The one that he threw to Junkins was way behind him, hit him off the back shoulder. That's on Shedeur. Brian, I didn't catch the other interception because I was doing other stuff, so I can't see what that one was. But Brian, this offense is still stuck in the mud. We're still kind of just dragging our feet. The only players that we have that are actually really good are Harold Fanning Jr. and until he got hurt, Quinshon Junkins. And right now, our quarterback, Shedeur. Brian, they booed Dylan Gabriel coming in when Shedeur went out with his finger. And I asked, one of the guys at work actually went to the game. I'm like, were they booing him? He said, oh, yeah. As soon as he put his helmet on and stepped onto the field, everybody started booing him. I was like, wow. So that's where we're at right now as Browns fans.
I thought the broadcast did a good job at describing or maybe getting into the heads of Browns fans there. Because, I think Browns fans, when you're at the game, it's a different experience than when you're watching it on TV. Obviously, you don't know what's happening. Mm-hmm. So they just see Shedeur Sanders run off the field, look completely healthy, run off the field, and Dylan Gabriel come in. So they probably thought, oh, here we go. Stefanski's trying this gadget trickeration. You're taking your starting quarterback off to bring this other guy on, and you want to kind of split time. So I don't think maybe the people in the stadium understood that he had, a gaping wound on his pinky. I think they were booing because they thought, here's Kevin Stefanski trying to get smart, trying to outthink everything and bring in Dylan Gabriel for this gadget play that's about to happen. And then what happens? He end up taking a sack. So I'll give the fans maybe a pass on that. But the two interceptions, yeah, you're correct that the first one was on Sanders. It was behind him, but even more than that, it was just a dart. He fired it at him. When you got a guy 5 yards away from you and he's running like a drag route across the field, you don't need to fire it at him. You need a little bit of touch. And so I thought that's why maybe it ended up being almost an uncatchable ball, even if it was a little bit in front of him to where Judkins could make more of a play on it. He smoked it at him. So I think it would have been a tough catch at that point. Then the other one was a tip pass. I think Bosa tipped it at the line of scrimmage, and it just shot up right in the air. So, a batted ball. So neither interception was terrible, but definitely the first one was maybe more of his fault than the second one. But it goes into the books as two interceptions, and yeah, in a game like that where he has you competing with a team that most people probably would say is towards the top of the NFL hierarchy. We're in the game till the end. So you got to give Shedeur some credit. You also got to give Stefanski some credit to where they changed up the game plan, because you just got the doors blown off you in Chicago, and then you're coming back and you're actually competing with the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. God, we were right there. We came back, Brian. We had a chance, and we lost another heartbreaker. Now, Brian, I don't know. I'm going to play this. I don't know if you saw this question, and I had to giggle at this because everybody is all about the Myles Garrett sack record now. The team's all about it. Everybody else is all about it. But he was asked by a reporter, and we'll play this for you. It's on TikTok, and it was actually kind of funny for me to hear, and I hope you can hear it when I play it. But yeah, this is after the game.
went through that trade request, you said you didn't care about records, Hall of Fame, all that stuff. You just wanted to win. So with 2 games to go and you guys are 3-12, what's it been like for you?
Next question.
So, Brian, it's not about records; it's about wins. But he's all about the record, and that's all he's been talking about is the record. Yeah, I just thought it was funny. Just see the look on Miles' face when that question was asked, and it's like, dude, you're the one that came out and said it. You know you were going to get asked about it. I don't know why you're all upset about it.
I thought it was a fair question.
Of course it's a fair question.
But I think it's maybe a little weird, the timing of it. Like that maybe seems to be like a more end of the season type question to where, big picture.
Are we not at the end of the season?
Oh,
we were at the end of the season. We were at the end of the season like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying like technically there's still 2 games left. So
yes,
that's like a reflecting on the season type question. So I maybe just wanted to jump the gun and beat him to the question before another reporter did. But yeah, totally fair. I mean, but what do you expect Myles Garrett to say? Well, yeah, I really wanted to win. The fact that we didn't win, I'm going to ask for another trade request in 2 weeks. I really thought that Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel were our ticket to success this year. No, I mean, they're going to say what they need to say. It's all complete BS. And, what are you going to do? You can't hold them down and give them truth serum and say, hey, well, yeah, I wanted to win. I would really prefer to win, but I'm stuck in Cleveland and it sucks. And so I might as well at least make $40 million while I do it.
I get it. I mean, we play Pittsburgh this week, and Brian, it looks like, hey, guess what? They're going to clinch another playoff. They have a winning season.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that sit there and bitch and complain about Mike Tomlin, I want you guys all to eat a bag of dicks because you guys are complaining about the wrong thing. Almost 20 years of not losing, that guy's done. 20 years of not losing, Bri. Guess what we've done? 20 years of fucking losing. Here, we'll trade you. We'll trade you, Pittsburgh fans. I'll take the 10-6 bullshit for a while. I mean, were we not happy when we were winning? We were. Guess where we're at now? Down in the dumpsters again. But so we got them coming in this week. We don't know if Aaron Rodgers is going to play because it all depends on, was it Thursday night game, Christmas game?
I think Saturday, but I could be wrong.
I thought it was I thought that Baltimore played on Thursday night.
Could be.
I'm not sure. I thought it was the Thursday night Christmas game, but if Baltimore loses, then guess what? Pittsburgh Steelers win the AFC North. They're clinching the playoffs. I don't think they can move up into seeding where everything else is at, so they might sit Rodgers and everybody else down. That means another matchup between Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph, which would be freaking fantastic to see. Bri, this year has been crazy in the NFL. Teams that you thought were out of it are in it. Look at Jacksonville. My God, Jacksonville is going nuts right now. Patriots going nuts right now. Bears going nuts right now. But we're not going nuts. But what do you think of the craziness in the NFL and all these teams kind of going crazy? I mean, throw in Seattle in there too. With Sam Darnold going over there, they're what, 10-5 or something like that?
Well, no, they're 12-3 or something.
So it's crazy. And even, hey, Old Man Rivers, I texted you last night, and I thought at least I'd get a laugh out of you about it.
I was like just about to fall asleep. Otherwise, I would have. But yeah, I was like, oh man, I went to bed, and well, I guess we'll get to this in our fantasy update. But yeah, it was a heartbreaker. I'm glad I went to bed.
Man, Phillip Rivers at 44 coming out looking like Jared Lorenzen out there just throwing the ball. God, what? I'll tell you what. He actually played really good last night, I thought. He got hit a couple of times.
The last 2 weeks, they could have beat Seattle. And, well, I mean, if his defense wasn't completely horrible, they might have had a chance against the 49ers. But somehow his delivery has gotten even uglier. Like he doesn't even really throw it. He just kind of shot puts it like straight from his shoulder to the. I mean, that's literally what he does. Like, he doesn't throw the ball. It's just, but it is. He gets the job done. So kudos to him.
Did you see the one where he actually got out of the pocket and started running a little bit, and he kept looking back, making sure nobody? Yeah, he ducked it off. He did like a little pass to his wide receiver, but he got out of the pocket because it collapsed on him, and he's trying to run. He looks back to make sure nobody was even close to him, and he threw it. I'm like, easy, big fella, easy. That's how you tear an Achilles right there, big fella. You can't do that stuff.
Oh, he's great for the game. He's a great story. I really kind of hope that they make the playoffs because it'd be fun to watch. As far as like the AFC as a whole is just wild. It's they're drunk. How many years in a row have we said like, well, yeah, everyone in the AFC North is just Dudley. Everyone in the AFC South is terrible, and they've completely flipped.
Mm-hmm.
Like go look at the AFC South standings. It's like Jacksonville, 11 wins, Houston, 10 wins. Indianapolis would probably have 12 wins if their quarterback didn't get hurt. And it's like Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold are like some of the best quarterbacks in the league. And then you got Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes missing the playoffs. It's just completely wild.
Yeah, so you got like the Pats at 12-3, Bills are 11-4. Then you got the Steelers at 9-6. Then you got the Jags at 11-4, Texans at 10-5, and then you got the Broncos 12-3, and you got the Chargers 11-4. Like that's your AFC right now.
And I think the Texans started like 0-4 or something.
They did.
Like, who's the quarterback? Then Stroud got hurt, and their backup quarterback, Davis Mills won him a bunch of games and brought him, gave him life. And they probably have the best defense in the NFL. Like we hear about how great the Browns defense is. I would say the Texans probably have the best defense in the NFL.
I'll tell you what, right now, the NFC West, Jesus, you got the Seahawks.
NFC West is wild. Yeah.
Yeah, 12-3. Niners are 11-4. Rams are 11-4. Panthers and Buccaneers are fighting out for the shitty AFC or NFC South. And then you got the Bears and the Packers right now fighting for the NFC North. And it's just, and the Eagles just ran away with the NFC East because everybody else fucking sucks there. Cowboys. Go for
and the best team in the NFC South looks to be the New Orleans Saints with Tyler Shuck.
Well, right now.
He looks to be the best quarterback out of this draft class. And right now they're the best team in the division.
It's crazy. Crazy year, Bri.
I'm telling you. Hopefully you didn't bet a lot of favorites before the year because, I mean, other than maybe the Bills and Josh Allen being up there in the MVP race, the favorites are falling. It's just it's great to see for the NFL, except for the Browns stink as usual. Copy and paste.
All right, I got the bottle of whiskey. I gotta send it to you. Justin just sent me a picture of it. I'll send it to you after the show. What he's drinking this week.
Nice.
Right. So the Steelers game coming up. If you actually are going to the Steelers game, highly recommend Top Dog Tailgate. They're doing their pierogi and paprikash. So it's going to be paprikash, pierogi, sausage. I think they're doing permanente sandwiches. I don't even know what else. So they're going they're going to have salads with French fries on them because that's what Bob's eat over there. So go check them out. But Bri, this is kind of a weird thing coming up because you thought with TJ Watt getting a collapsed lung, how the hell does that happen? Having surgery on it, he's coming back, I guess. But Aaron Rodgers and Kenneth Gainwell, Bri, is just I don't understand. But the great thing is DK Metcalf is a fucking moron and likes to punch people in the face. So, Brian, what are we going to expect here with the game up here in Pittsburgh coming here, and then we got the Bengals left. I don't know what to expect because it's always a tight game between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. I hope that the defense comes out and tries to step up again like they did last week. But, Bri, I mean, looking at the injury list, we've had Denzel Ward out now for a handful of weeks. Njoku's been out. Or pretty much our whole offensive line is gone. Hey, buddy, Jack Conklin got put on injury reserve. Thank God for that. Fucking, I hate that guy. Hate that guy, Bri. Talk about somebody stealing money from the Cleveland Browns. But
when we re-signed him, I remember it was a head scratcher for all Browns fans.
Like he was injured the entire year, and then you re-signed him.
Yeah, he was like he had one really good year, and then he was hurt for the whole year. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's time to move on from Jack Conklin. And then we re-sign him. Like that will magically heal him. And then he's been hurt like this whole contract. So yeah, talk about head scratchers that the Cleveland Browns made. That one I think of when they signed Austin Hooper to a giant deal.
Uh-huh.
Like these are Andrew Berry's like biggest swings and misses. I think even trading for Judy was a big head scratcher, and then it proved to be, oh, maybe Andrew Berry is a genius because he had such a great year last year. But then and maybe it wasn't as much of the trade because it was just a 5th round pick. So it's like, whatever, 5th round pick for a former 1st rounder, but then giving him the money that they gave him, and you're like, why? He hasn't proven anything in Cleveland. Why are you doing that? But to get back to the Steelers, it's going to be a battle of attrition. It's we're down to our 4th and 5th running backs, I think, unless Dylan Sampson comes back this week. And Njoku's probably not going to play. I think Denzel Ward, there seems to be some optimism that he's going to play. And so I think that probably helps Myles Garrett get closer to the sack record, maybe more than anything. Because what Denzel's missed the last 2 or 3 games, maybe?
Yeah. Last 2 games at least.
Yeah, and then just think about like coverage sacks. You always hear about coverage sacks. So Myles Garrett could get maybe a couple of those.
Barry's a genius, and I'm the Pope. Quote Justin. Barry is sweating more than Ray Farmer. I bet he is.
Oh, you remember that press conference? What the heck is this? Shoot, I've been there at choir concerts. I talked about being in choir in high school. Choir concert, just boring sweat with those bright lights on you.
Now, Brad, before we move over to Fat Boy Tuesday and start talking some Christmas stuff, there has been reports by a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, a lot notable people, that one of the 2 is staying and one of the 2 is gone. And it's starting to sound like Andrew Berry has the golden pass while Kevin Stefanski does not. Now, like I said, these are rumors. This is what's being reported out there right now. Brian, how do you feel about that? Do you think that keeping Andrew and let go of Stefanski, or you want to just get rid of them both and say, screw it, start over?
Yeah, I don't buy because the reports right now are very vague. So I don't buy any reports. People right now, we're at the point where we're done with the season and we're just trying to break down every single word from every single report. So that's kind of where we're at now. So it makes it seem like Andrew Berry might be safer than Kevin Stefanski. But to me, that doesn't mean we're bringing Andrew Berry back. But we'll see. At this point, I have no idea. I wouldn't be shocked if they're both gone. I think I view them as a package deal. Like, if you're going to bring Andrew Berry back and get rid of Kevin Stefanski, I look at Andrew Berry and I'm like, he's just going to bring in another Kevin Stefanski. So why do we need that? He's going to bring in this real smart guy from this real smart school, and he's, an intellect, a football intellect, and, I don't need that. So either bring both of them back or get rid of both. It is kind of where I'm at right now. But yeah, maybe Jimmy Haslam talks himself into, well, maybe Andrew Berry has finally figured out the draft. Like he started at such a young age, and he's been on the job now for 5 years, and he just had his best draft by far this past year. So maybe Andrew Berry has figured out what to look for in the draft. And so if that's the case, I could listen to that and maybe talk myself into that. But at the same time, I know what kind of coach he's going to bring in. And he's not going to bring in a Dan Campbell. He's not going to bring in somebody who's, going to light a fire under your ass. He's going to bring in like I said about Stefanski and Andrew Berry in the past. They look more like guys who are going to give speeches at a tech conference than somebody who's going to motivate your locker room.
Yeah, and we need that motivation, especially with this team. And it's going to be a young team coming up because we have 9 draft picks in this draft coming up, which we'll get into. Chris said send them both back in. Justice said could get Louisville's football coach to take over for Stefanski. A lot of people are loving Tommy Rees right now because of Nick Saban. I don't see it, but whatever. Brian, last question on the Browns. With everything going on these last 2 games, I expect you and I are both picking losses with the exception of the Cincinnati game, which we'll actually give our score for. I have a feeling they're going to lose to Pittsburgh. And it's not because that they're not going to try. I just think right now it's a lack of talent. A lot of people are injured. Could they win it? Yes. I'm not saying they can't. They can surprise a lot of people. What do you feel that you need to look at going forward for these next 2 games? Is it Shedeur Sanders you're looking for? Is it the team staying together and actually playing for this coaching staff? What you're looking for? What are you looking for these last 2 games with the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, I think for sure Shedeur is number 1 because he's been all over the place. And he's had some really bad games, really bad quarters, but he's also done things. This past week has shown me that he is coachable. Like, he was the guy who just chucks it downfield and just, is looking for the home run all the time. And that's not what you did this past week. 20 completions for 157 yards. Quinshon Judkins had 5 catches in the quarter and a half that he was playing. Mm-hmm. So, he showed you that he can change. It kept you in the game. We lost by 3 points to the Buffalo Bills, which everyone thought we were going to get slaughtered by them. And so he gave you a chance to win. So just the maturation of Shedeur, like you said before, yeah, it's going to be hard habit to break him running backwards. And we knew it after watching him in the preseason a couple times. Not everyone is Patrick Mahomes. There's one Patrick Mahomes. There's one Lamar Jackson that can escape, pressure like that in the National Football League. Mm. And so he's going to have to break that habit. But yeah, it showed me that he can be coachable and that he can win in a couple different ways. So yeah, that would be number 1. The rest of it, you're just looking for somebody to step up and make a play, make a case to keep them around for next year offensively, be it on the line. We have Joel Bitonio and then a bunch of guys who, we're hoping that we can count on Luke Whippler next year. I don't know the status of Zinter, but if he's healthy, he should be playing because you need to take a look at him to see if you need to draft or sign a guard for next year. And then, the playmakers, it's time for somebody to make a play. This Malachi Corley, whenever we seem to give him the ball, good things happen. So maybe try to get him the ball more. These running backs have an opportunity. Fannin, I feel like, we know what we have with him, so we don't need to give him 14 targets. But at the same time, you're trying to win a game. And so, especially this week, if Baltimore wins, then, you can knock Pittsburgh out of the playoffs. If you beat them and then Baltimore beats them next week, they're out. And so that's got to be pretty rewarding and give you something to play for. And I believe we've beaten the Steelers at home 3 or 4 years in a row now. So that wasn't always the case. You're still trying to win. at all costs. And so it's up to Stefanski to come up with, and Tommy Reese come up with an offensive game plan, because the defense is going to be good. I don't really think, I'd be surprised if Myles Garrett gets the sack record this week, because like I said last week, I think Aaron Rodgers is smart enough, is heady enough, and has a big ego to where he is not going to want to take a sack and be that guy. And plus, he's playing on the Steelers, where he's got pressure from his teammates. You better not let Myles tie TJ's record against you.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, he's going to throw it away. He's going to throw it at guys' feet. He's going to risk intentional grounding. All because, this past week.
Yeah, that's what they did this past week. If you guys watched it, they shifted everything away from Myles Garrett. Josh Allen really didn't take that many deep shots. A lot of bootlegs out to the right away from Myles Garrett. Like, everybody's getting it. Like, he's getting chipped every play. Yeah. He's getting, so it's, and like you said, I agree with you. Aaron Rodgers was smart enough to know what's around him, and he knows Myles Garrett's coming. He's got a time in his head where he's going 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, got to throw it.
Yeah. I mean, they're just going to call quick pass plays away from Myles Garrett. They're going to call draws to his side there. And there was a play this past week against the Bills where I swear the Bills ran 3 wide receivers on Myles Garrett's side, and it was like a bunch formation.
Mm-hmm.
Myles Garrett was lined up on the outside receiver. That's how wide he was. I didn't know what the heck was. I've never seen a defensive lineman line up that wide on one side of the field. It was. I wish I had the play earmarked to where I could go back and show you or show anybody, but it was the craziest thing I've seen. A defensive end down on all fours, lined up ahead of the widest receiver on the field, or on that side of the field. And so, like, they're trying everything. I don't know why they haven't seemed to really move him around as much lately.
No.
So I don't know why that would be.
I don't know why that is either, because I would have started moving him around the entire offensive line. I'd have made him play defensive tackle, get him on the other side. I would have been moving him around. That way they can't do these, let's get away from Myles. Well, we don't know where Myles is lining up. When they see Myles go line up, it's like, okay, we have the play. We're staying away from Myles. I mean, honestly, I would have him right beside Mason Graham, right in the middle, and let Alex Wright on the other side of him and just see what happens. I mean, why not? He is that much of a talent that you can't – he's strong enough, he's fast enough that he can probably play defensive tackle, defensive end, and linebacker all at the same time if he wanted to.
Yeah, I feel like you have to do stuff with Myles that maybe you've never done with Myles before. Line him up in linebacker and send him on a blitz, or God. Get creative with some of these stunts. I feel like we don't run as many stunts. We're just always sending him out there and to where they can count on where he's at and send a double team his way. But let's also remember that we're down 2 really good players. We're down. I mentioned Denzel Ward. You're down Denzel Ward. You're down Malachi Corley that we talked to. Not Malachi Corley, who's our defensive tackle. Collins. Yep. Malik Collins. So those 2 guys have been playing really well for you this year. So that affects, how much time the quarterback has to throw, and, him having to pull it down, or, feeling pressure and having to roll out of the pocket towards Myles Garrett. So, I think I heard today that he's had 4 sacks in the last 4 games. So, the tear that he was on, it was not sustainable. That's why I laughed when people said, I think Myles Garrett can get 3 or 4 sacks against the Houston Texans. Like, that's not normal. I know how great Myles Garrett is. That's not normal even for a Myles Garrett. Yeah. Like, if you get 2 sacks a game, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you have a score for this game, Bri? Do you want to do a score for this game?
Oh, absolutely. I think the Browns win. I'm not part of it is I can't pick the Steelers, but part of it is it's in Cleveland. I don't think the Steelers are that good. We've proven over the last few years that we can beat them, And I think this is like the last game that we really have something to play for. So I think the defense should be ready to go. They kind of sucked. The defense sucked last week in the first half. And then they finally got it together, and they were elite in the second half. But to give up 20 points, 3 touchdowns on the first 3 drives, I think that Buffalo had, you can't get any worse than that. But they made adjustments, so kudos to them in the second half. But that first half performance was bad, and so I just hope, maybe for the first time in my life, I'm kind of hoping that Baltimore wins, just so the Steelers can't just start resting their players and say, "Oh, this game doesn't matter." Because as much as I want a high draft pick, beating them and keeping them out of the playoffs would be pretty sweet.
The Ravens do play Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Bry, the over-under. Can you guess the over-under for the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game this weekend?
Sometimes it's weather dependent, but I think, I just looked at the weather today. I think it is supposed to rain on Sunday. So that might drop it a point. I would say 37.5.
33.5.
You got to be kidding me. 33.5.
33.5, and Pittsburgh's favored by 3.
That's disrespect. Hammer 33.5. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So
I mean, maybe they're giving respect for our defense, but like I just said, the defense played one good half last week.
Yeah, Brian, I'm going to go a close one, and I obviously I can't pick Steelers win either because I fucking hate the Steelers. You have beaten that into me now that every time I look at them, I want to punch everybody in the face that wear Steelers colors here in Cleveland. So, Brian, I'm going to go. It's going to be a weird score. I'm going to go 18 Cleveland, 13 Pittsburgh.
Oh, I got the Browns 20. Browns 23. I think it's a big day for Schmitty. Browns 23, Steelers 16.
All right. I like it. Those are our scores. Now, Brian, let's do the illegal hand to face fantasy football update. And Bry. Get
it out of the way.
All right. Here are your scores from this week. Portage County.
Well, do mine first. I'm going to run upstairs and tell you what I really feel about this fantasy league. I'm giving up my belt.
There it is. I went.
I was going to comment. No, I was going to comment on it.
Okay. Well, yes.
Chris. Kudos to him. I hope he takes it this year.
Chris, runner beats Big Bry 173-170. The Portage
came down to last night. He had Kittle and Jonathan Taylor. And Kittle helped me win a league, but he screwed me. I don't know. He probably had 30 something in our league. He tore it up.
Hey Chris, why don't you let Brian know who gave you Kittle?
Oh, did you really? Well, you said gave you. No, you didn't. Did you?
Yeah.
You drafted Kittle?
I drafted Kittle and he got on injury reserve, and I needed running backs because my running backs went down in injury reserve. So I traded Kittle away for 2 running backs that ended up being on injury reserve. I got the running back from Arizona who ended up on being injury reserve like the next week.
Connor. James Conner.
And Chris has apologized to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Well, at least you got Kittle, asshole." So that's my fault, Brian. I'm sorry.
He's got a chance. 173 points. It's not like he earned it, so I give him credit. But it's time to finish it off, Chris. Enough runner up.
Another new year and another new champion for the illegal hand of face football league.
2 big dogs.
2 big dogs. Portage County Prostitutes and Runner are matching up in the finals here. Bry's leaving, so I'll go solo for a second. Bry's leaving, but yes, Runner, Portage County Prostitutes. Chris, Eric, guys, you guys are playing for the belt, and you guys are playing for next year's wrinkle in the illegal Ham to the Face Fantasy Football League. I hope everybody has had fun in the Illegal Ham Face League. I got Justin. Let me pull up the list of everybody. I mean, we had, let's see here. We had myself, Big Bry, Justin, Chris, Big Man, Lauren, Phillips, Mark, Nick, Harold, Craig, and Joe Bear. Thank you guys all for playing in the Illegal Hand of the Face Fantasy Football League. We will be running it back next year for the Illegal Hand of the Face Fantasy Football Championship bout, which will be going to one of two people, Chris Spann or Eric Phillips, which I am surprised that the Portage County Prostitutes made it this far. But Chris, you beat him before, you can beat him again. I need you to do it, buddy, because I don't want to give Eric the pride of holding that belt, especially the way he's been this year. So, all right, so let's get into have some fun. How he's coming back. I heard a beer crack. We're going to play the sounder. Let's get into Fat Boy Tuesday and talk some Christmas foods. Let's have some fun.
And now, it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
Brian, it is time for Fat Boy Tuesday, buddy. But it's Christmas time. Christmas cookies, Christmas cannolis, Christmas ham. All right, we're going to talk about Christmas spreads right now. We did get a cannoli fairy come in here at the club today. We did get our cannolis, and God, Brian, they are still as great. Merry Christmas, Raul. Thank you so much for jumping in the chats, making me laugh on this end. Brian can't see the chats that much, but I do, and the stuff you put in there, half of it I can't put on, but man, I love it when it comes in because I start giggling. So thank you for joining us, bud, and we appreciate you. Bri, your spread this year, you going ham? What are you doing for your for your Christmas this year?
That's a good question. So we used to do. I'm all over the board this year. There's nothing traditional. We used to do at my wife's big family gathering. They used to do just spaghetti because everyone kind of got the same spread a month ago for Thanksgiving, so they decided to switch it up. So that was kind of all their tradition. Now, I feel like they've tried a few different things ever since my wife's grandparents passed away over the last few years, and so I think we've done hot dogs one year, which you know me. Yes, hot dogs and like appetizers and everything. That was a winner for me. I can't remember what they've done in years past. Or one uncle is really good on the smoker, so he smoked turkeys, he smoked hams. I think he smoked brisket. So we'll see. I'll have to report back on that one. That one's on Saturday. Christmas Day, we go down to my brother-in-law's, and he sent out a text to kind of the whole family asking if they want brisket or ribeyes. And so my wife wanted ribeyes, so she responded for both of us that we wanted ribeyes, but really I would prefer brisket. He's also a master on the smoker, smokes briskets for 24 hours or something. So yeah, tough to beat that. So that'll be Thursday. Tomorrow night, we'll go over to my uncle's. I think it's just a lot of appetizers and finger foods after church. And then Sunday, I will do a brunch with my brother, and his family will be in town, and my mom. So my nieces and nephews will do present exchange on Sunday morning.
Time out.
And yep.
Pittsburgh game still in play or no?
No, I don't think so.
No, that's
so I just found out about it today because I thought they were going to be in town for Christmas Day and we were going to get together Christmas morning. They're not coming until the day after. And because my wife's family's on Saturday, we had to do it for Sunday. So we're going over to my mom's Sunday. So yeah, it'll be a full weekend of eating for me. And what's nice about it is it'll all kind of be different. Like Sunday's going to be breakfast foods, and I think we might even stick around and hang out and do like a lunch at kickoff probably on Sunday. So I'll get a little bit of everything. This face will be about a little bit rounder come next week.
I remember that face being rounder when you came in.
There was one day, if you want to tell the story, or I'll tell it. I usually would take off one day every single year. I'd take off more than one day, but I would take off one day specifically to just do Christmas shopping and I would just knock it all out in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And what that kind of turned into was me going to the mall, these different, like 3 or 4 different malls, and just hitting the food court super hard and getting Chinese food court. That's the best Chinese in my book. I can't get enough. So I get that. And then I get the Charlie's subs. And then I get Sbarro pizza. And then I get Auntie Anne's pretzels. And yeah, I think I put on 10 pounds in one day. And I walk in the next day to work and you go, Jesus, how much did you eat yesterday? I'm not going to lie. It got out of hand. It got out of control. I bought like 3 items for my family. And I just ate my way through Northeast Ohio.
And I felt bad as soon as I said, but I think I said, it's like, Jesus, you're bloated, dude. What the hell happened to you? And you're like, it was a long day. Leave me alone.
A lot of sodium.
Damn those Auntie Anne pretzels.
Oh, and all those samples. Like, oh, well, I wasn't planning on getting a Charlie's sub today, but I think I will. That tasted pretty good.
For me and my family, Thanksgiving is always huge for my family because of my sister. Christmas is a little bit more low key. She's doing Christmas cookies with like my dad, my aunt, and I'll be getting some of those Christmas cookies, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And if she's still watching, you slide in a couple no-bake cookies in that package coming north, I'd appreciate that. But, here it's just me and the boys and Hope on Christmas. So we just kind of chillax. Normally I'll go out and buy a ham and just do a ham for us. And we just kind of pick at it. But this year we're definitely going Chinese food. We're doing Chinese dinner on Christmas, and we're going to do
duck?
Chinese. No, we're not doing the duck.
He's smiling at me.
No, we're not doing that. It'll be a lot of sweet sour chicken for Hope.
Oh yeah.
But we're doing that, and then we'll probably do like something over the weekend with a ham and everything. I'm on call for the next 2 weeks at work with snow and everything, so.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're just doing that. Christmas cookies, God, Christmas. Now, Matt did get a package in, and it's the normal guy that brings in like the nuts and everything else, like all the good stuff.
Right, sure.
He brought in what I thought was a peanut brittle, and they were peanut clusters, Bri. And they were little squares about this big, but it looked like peanut brittle. But man, those things were freaking amazing. So
were they hard like peanut brittle?
They weren't like super hard, but they were hard enough like you bit into them, and then they kind of like almost. Well, I can't say Reese piece or Reese. Reese cakes.
Yeah, the Christmas trees.
Yeah. So not like that, but similar to that. But man, it was so good.
Oh,
so good.
Oh. I'm trying to think what else. So you mentioned the cannolis, Ron's cannolis.
Oh God.
How could I miss those? Yeah,
right.
There's things. Yeah,
like
I missed
bear claws just stuck. And he goes, here, have another one. I'm like, Ron, I already had like 7. I have another one. I'm like, God damn, Ron.
And he's filling them right there. It's not like he made them 10 days ago and he just brings in the leftovers. No, he's filling those shells right there. Like
he did it today,
the only time I've had legitimate cannolis, I think. I thought you were talking about Dominic's coffee cake at first.
No, Dominic showed up today though because cannolis were going to be there. So of course Dominic.
Oh sure. Oh sure.
But no, it was. Oh my God, those cannolis are so good. They're like you can't find. Like I've tried cannolis at other places, Bri. Ron he did it. He did it. I turn my nose up to every other cannoli now. Like they're good. Like even when we went to Mama Catina's, loved their cannolis.
Yeah.
Did it compare to Ron's? Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. But I did get the recipe. Ha ha! So I got the
Oh.
recipe for it.
But you can't make them. I'm sure you can't make them the same way that Ron does. I mean, how much
course
Italian
not.
do you have in your blood? 5%?
I think it's solid 15, but I'm not sure. I gotta check
Okay.
the 99 and me or whatever the hell it is. But I think I got 15%.
Okay. Well, that might help you a little bit. So I've figured out why I put on weight during the holiday seasons, and you would think like, oh, I'm going to all these parties. No, it's not really. Like I told you last weekend, my wife's family came over and they did the Christmas cookies,
Mhm.
and they just sit around our house, and
Well,
so
You're
I'm
just
eating like
grazing.
5 a day minimum,
You're-
and a lot of them are cutouts, but we also do the peanut butter blossoms. And this year they did, I think, because my brother-in-law likes them.
What's a
Peanut butter blossom? No, you've never had a peanut blossom? Sure, you have.
No. I know, but
The Hershey
you gotta-
Kisses. The
Okay.
Hershey Kisses
Yeah,
on the peanut butter
yeah,
cookies.
Gotcha.
But they've also done other ones. I think this year the random one was like cranberries and white chocolate or something. But it's just a ton of these Christmas cookie cutouts that you just put frosting all over them and decorate them. But then the other thing is, my wife's family calls it dog food. My family called it goodies, but it's basically Chex Mix.
Oh yeah, we had
Your
like my kind
your aunt does it, yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, it's better. I don't know, like she keeps adding stuff to it: dry roasted peanuts, bugles, Cheez-Its. She even claims that she doesn't like the Cheez-Its, but she does it for me. So we're just adding to it, and I telling somebody the other day, like I didn't think butter on cereal would be so good, but I can't quit. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it's really good, especially with some Worcestershire sauce.
Yeah, I have these roaster pans full of them. Like how am I supposed to turn away?
So what it is, Brian, I call this the grazing stage in the holidays because you're not eating. Let's be honest, you're not eating a full meal. You're just going up and grazing at everything that's there. Like, I'm not really hungry, but these 2 cookies are right here. I got to have at least these 2 cookies. Let me grab a handful of this. Shit, that tasted good. I'm going to get another handful. Shit, I'm going to get a bowl now. Like you're in that stage.
Mm-hmm. I'll have one bowl. Won't be enough. I'll get home from work. I'll have one bowl to hold me over till dinner. One bowl that tasted really good. That went down really fast, and then I'll have like half to another full bowl. And then by the time I'm done with that, I don't even want dinner, and that's my dinner. It's a problem. Every year, every December, I tell her, put it in your car or take it to work and hide it from me. Like we need a safe because I got a problem.
You know, the one thing that I am missing, and you and I have talked about it before, and I have not had it for a while, but I have been craving it for about 3 weeks now. Puppy chow.
Yeah, I got a
I have
cousin
been
that makes
craving puppy chow like crazy, and I don't know why. It's not because normally, okay, even though look at this face, I know what it looks like and what it looks like, and I should love sugar and everything else. I'm normally not a sweets guy. I seriously am not. Like
Same.
I don't drink pop. I don't, if I'm getting tea, it's just normal iced tea. Like I am not a sweets guy. But when I get a hankering for a certain sweet, I want that sweet. And I want it as fast as possible. And man, I've just been craving puppy chow. I got it in my head for some odd reason. I'm like, man, that sounds so good right now.
Well, they make now they make like Chex Mix that's basically puppy chow. Have you had it?
No.
I think it's called like Muddy Buddies or something.
Oh, good God.
Yeah, check it out.
Justin asked if
It's
I'm
similar.
pregnant with
It's not the
these
same thing.
cravings. Yes, I am
What's
pregnant
that?
with these cravings. Justin asked if I was pregnant with the cravings. Yes,
There's nothing weird about that craving. It's not like you want dill pickles and peanut butter or something.
I still have those cravings too, Bri.
All right. Well, we won't go down that dark hallway.
Hey, I mean, it's a baby elephant. You want to see the trunk?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Brian. Anything else you want to bring up for Christmas before we get into our top 3 and our trivia?
No, I don't think so. Although I will say, I guess it's more about. I'll talk about the cabin here in a couple weeks that we go down and do. But my aunt does. Since you're on talking about Chex Mix, she does a white chocolate covered Chex Mix. That's really good with like peanut M&Ms. And I only get it once a year, so I kind of go pretty hard for that weekend.
Can you sweet talk her into making like a small batch so I can try it?
You know, Adam's mom makes it, so talk
It's
to Adam.
Adam's mom?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
shit.
got
I
the
gotta
hookup.
ask a favor of Adam just to get
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You know what that favor entails, Bri. I don't know if I want to do that.
Put on your bibs, get your muck boots ready, and
No,
I'm sure you could get some.
I'm going to go over to Adam's head. I'm going to call Tina.
There you go. That might be a better way to
I'm
do
going
it.
to go over, I'm going over to Adam's head. I'm calling Tina. All right.
Oh, it's his birthday. Happy birthday to him today.
Today's his birthday?
Today's his
Oh,
birthday. I should have
shit, it
called him.
is.
Probably too late
Oh,
now.
shit. Why? He's probably drunk as shit.
Should be.
Hold on. Is it? It's not his 40th, is it?
Oh no, he's older than I am. A couple years older.
Okay.
Probably about around
I think
your
him
age.
and I are close to the same age. I think he's younger.
Pretty
than
close.
me, though.
Pretty close.
All right. Well, let's get into our trivia tonight, Brian. Then we'll do our top three. Now, trivia, I think it's been since 2004. These three quarterbacks have started a playoff game. Can you name these three quarterbacks?
I think I can. I got Peyton Manning, I got Tom Brady, and I got Patrick Mahomes.
Those three quarterbacks, this is the first year since 2004 that those three quarterbacks have not been in the playoffs.
And I think the reason in 2004 that Brady wasn't in it was because he tore his ACL. I think the Patriots made it. That was the year they made it with Matt Castle. And so he didn't play, but the Patriots still made it, which brings me to something I was going to bring up last week that I forgot. How lucky are the Kansas City Chiefs? Even during their darkest hour, it was still fortunate for them. Like this wasn't a season like last year where they're 11-1, 11-2, 13-3 to where they're getting ready for a playoff push to win the Super Bowl. This is a season where their goose is cooked. Like Patrick Mahomes played all the way up until they were done. And that's when he tears his ACL. Because a lot of quarterbacks, if you play long enough, it's just a matter of time before you're going to miss like an entire season, or you're going to have like a devastating injury. So his devastating injury happened when they weren't going anywhere this season. Like they were done already. And then his, like, how lucky it just makes me, even though, yeah, they're going to tell you, oh, woe is me, we weren't having a good year. This wasn't a year that you were competing for anything anyways. So if you were going to pick a time to have a devastating injury, it was exactly the point when it happened.
Yeah.
Screw them.
I get it, buddy.
So lucky. Why can't we be a lucky franchise like that?
Well, we got screwed.
Oh, maybe we did with the Cavs, I guess. So I can't complain too much. Cavs had pretty good luck. Other than Kyrie breaking his kneecap and Kevin Love getting his shoulder ripped out of his socket.
And Kyrie whining like a little bitch because of the media and everything. All right.
Hey, we talked Cavs today.
We did right there.
That's
We
our
just
Cavs
talked.
report.
Actually, I believe they are winning right now. Let me double check.
Well, and speaking of, so I don't know who we're playing, but the Cavs have a big game coming up Thursday against the Knicks.
Yes. As of right now, it is almost halftime. The Cavs are up 61-56 against the New Orleans Pelicans. And Bri, don't call it a win streak if you win 2 in a row.
Just so bad right now. I mean, losing back-to-back against
I know
the Bulls and then barely beating the Hornets, barely beating the Wizards. Like, I won't. I'm not going to crap on the Cavs. Like I said, I wouldn't. But you have to at least get to the playoffs and give yourself a chance. And I think they'll rebound and they'll be fine. But I just worry at what toll is it taking on Donovan Mitchell, because he's carrying you in December.
Yep. We'll see what happens, Brian. We got to finish out a couple weeks more of Browns talk, and then we'll get into the Cavs, okay?
Sure. Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get into our top 3. All right, Bri, we are here. Let's do it. Top 3 today. Browns Christmas gifts. All right.
I'll go first because
All right.
mine's going to be anticlimactic. Mine's going to be very generic. Yours
No,
is
that's
probably going to
fine.
be much more entertaining than mine.
No.
My number 3 is a general manager.
Okay.
My number 2 is a head coach.
Uh-huh.
My number 1 is a quarterback.
Wow, that is the most.
Other than that, we're really good. Other than that, we're fine.
For me, number 3 is a plane ticket back to Denver for Jerry Jeudy.
Okay.
That's my number 3. Number 2 for me is granting Myles Garrett his wish and trading him away last year.
Oh, you're going time machine.
Well, it said Christmas gifts, and that's my Christmas gift.
What was the movie where he went back in time? Or It's
Hot
a
Tub
Wonderful
Time
Life.
Hot Tub
Oh,
Time.
well, no, that's not Christmas. No, It's a Wonderful Life, where he can go and see what his life would be like. What if we traded Myles Garrett to the Denver Broncos? He'd probably be a lot happier.
Or the Christmas Carol, past, future, and present. And that's what we should do.
There you go.
That's what we
Right.
should do next week. God damn it. We should have done that better. But, Bri, my number 1, and it's going to be a great one, and everybody's going to love this. My number 1 is a set of steel balls for our head coach to finally stand up for himself and come out and say what's going on behind the scenes. Because guess what? I have a feeling that he is being just thrown to the wolves right now by Andrew Berry and everybody else. And I wish he had the balls to come out and say, guess what? I keep saying smart, tough, and accountable. Well, it's time for me to do it. I'm firing you. This is being changed. This is being changed. This is being changed. Because, Bri, if I know I'm about to get fired and I'm going out the door, I'm going to go out my way and nobody else's way.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's probably too late for that. But man, that would be refreshing. And who knows what these next 2-3 weeks have to hold for us. It's going to be wild, and it's probably going to be entertaining. So it could be, if we're looking for a coach and a general manager, it could be a month and a half that we have to go through this. Plenty to talk about.
And Justin made a comment on my elephant trunk. He said it's just an inside-out trunk.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good spin.
All right, guys. I want to thank everybody for watching tonight. I hope everybody has a great Christmas. Please have safe travels to wherever you're going, and hopefully you have great time with your family and friends. We also want to thank our troops and first responders for everything you guys do. If you're coming home, please make it home safe. Hopefully you're enjoying time with your family as you're on your leave. Bri, am I missing anything?
No, that sounds good.
Okay. Well, Merry Christmas from myself and Big Bri here to everybody out there. Bri, God bless them.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Don't forget, Jesus is the reason for the season. So God bless you. God bless your family. God bless everyone out there, and go Browns.
I can't say go Browns, but I got to say go Browns.
against the Steelers.
I
you
got
can
to say it
go
this week
Browns.
against the Steelers. All right. All right. We want to thank everybody for watching. Please go give us that like, subscribe, and follow on all our socials. Love you guys. We will see you guys. And we'll probably put it out there. We might see you this year or maybe next year. See you guys. Have a great night. We are definitely uncorked, unloaded. We're out. See ya.